Islam. Peace. It's Talik Brother Talik and I want to pretty much title this quick blog. This is an intro blog into the topic misconceptions of Moorish science. To clear up. And I'm gonna try to clear up some of the misconceptions without necessarily going too far off of the materials presented within the temple. A lot of Moors, declared and uncleared, they pretty much, don't want to be a part of the temple. They don't want to necessarily affiliate themselves with the temple. A lot of Moors, declared and uncleared, kind of shy away from, Prophet Ali saying it brought, too much of a religiosity within the sign. People, uphold too much religion in the temple. Well, that's true, and then it's not true. But as being on Facebook, as I was, and just other places, a lot of people don't want to deal with the Moors because they have this concept that we support white supremacy. This is the main thing I want to touch. A lot of times they feel that we are, or within our writings and the materials what the Prophet gave us, because they don't look at the code, they don't look at the breakdown of what the 101 say and what the Moorish Holy Quran says. They usually just take it and just run with it and say, all right, well, these guys say that black is evil, black means dead, and white means purity, good, and so forth. So let's touch on the 101s. As we know that there was a debate years ago with Brother Alim, Grand Sheikh Alim, and Seti, Sarah Suit and Seti, which, I don't have no, it was something that, I didn't necessarily agree with. Personally, I felt that it was, a lot of people were there with hostility towards the Moors, but then again, there was a hostility that on the other end that the Moors brought on, we brought on ourselves, with many of us going out gun-ho teaching and not necessarily going back to the foundation of what the Prophet brought us. So I'm going to pretty much go ahead and present some of the material facts. Now, number one, I can say that I'm a follower of Prophet Ali. I pretty much was interested in him ever since I was young. Interested in his teachings, more so when I was in college and afterwards. So, but I can go on that story later. But one thing, let's go and clear up some things here. Let's go into the 101's key 28, where it says, why did Allah send Jesus to this earth? To save the Israelites from the iron hand oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, who were the governing of a portion of Palestine at that time. how long, key 29, how long has that been? About 2,000 years, right? Yeah, alright. What was the nationality of Ruth? Ruth was a Moabitess. That's the following key. But let's go down further. So, pretty much, according to these keys, Jesus came to free us from the iron hand oppression of the pale skin nations. Alright? So, distinctly in the one-on-ones, he is made distinctly that there is an oppression by a group of people called the pale skin. Now, he distinctly makes that, whereas other people outside the temple will consider them white. Prophet Noble designate them as pale skin, that they're not white. You know what I'm saying? That white, in a sense, he brings the white and the black back to its lawful status, whereas black means, as we know, slave or slavery, and white means, someone who is of aristocratic status. And he distinctly wants to get us in our minds to think these people are not white. He's saying that they're not pure, and they're not the things of the definition. And I'll go later on into that. So let's go into we want to go pretty much into. Alright, here we go. Who were Adam and Eve? They are the one who brought about a discord in the holy city of Mecca and were driven out. Where did they go? They went into Europe. What is the modern name given to their children? Roman, right? Those from the Roman, this is, as we know, you listen to Phil Valentine, you listen to others, that the seat of Rome is the rulership of, pretty much this modern day system. And it goes all the way back to the Pope and so forth, so on. So, as you know, Rome really never fell. It just picked up a cross and changed up. So Rome really never fell. It just went under another disguise and so forth. So, now it goes further. I'm reading from Key 59. 58. I read 58 and 59. Now I'm going to read Key 60, where it says, "What is the shade of their skin? Pale." It doesn't say white. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't say white. It means a white person or anything like that, they don't exist. That is not their distinguished thing. You have Moors calling them Albions and so forth like that. Prophet never said Albions. You know what I'm saying? This, you want to say Albion, that's fine, but that's not. Within the temple, we call them pale skin. You know what I'm saying? They're pale skin, of the pale skin nation. So, distinctly, the prophet writes and makes a distinction that when we talk about the European, we call them pale skin. We do not call them white, as you can see. But a lot of Moors think, a lot of people, who are not in the temple, who don't really study, and just go over these things. I read a brother on MySpace who said he was a